Hi, welcome back. This is Story Time with Mrs. Mullins. We're continuing on with the Bible Stories series by Arthur S. Maxwell. This story is called The First Baby, and this will be going over Genesis chapter 4, verse 1. When God created the fish, birds, and animals, He said to them, "Be fruitful and increase in number." Before long, thousands of baby fish, tiny minnows, and infant whales were swimming and playing in the rivers and seas. In the trees and bushes of the forest, birds of every kind and color began to build nests. What is happening here? They laid their eggs and hatched them as birds have done through all the centuries, from that day to this. To the first sheep came the first little lambs. To the first bears came cuddly little cubs. To the first elephants came cute little baby elephants. Can you say cheese? Don't grab that. Can you say cheese?
Go.
There you go. Say hi. And so on through all creation. The whole world became one big nursery with thousands of mothers and fathers doing their best to feed and train their children. God also told Adam and Eve, "Be fruitful and increase in number." He didn't want them to be alone. Instead, He wanted them to have a large family and enjoy the love and companionship of many, many boys and girls. When you stop to think of it, this was by far the greatest gift of God's love to these dear creatures He had made. Better than all the beauties of nature, better than all the rich stores of gold and silver, better than all the friendship of the animals. Oh, we're grabbing things now. Hi. Was the ability to have boys and girls who would one day grow up to be men and women like themselves. God knew that the most precious gift could bring them endless happiness. Their joy would expand their family as their children and their children's children grew to love and honor them through all the time to come. We do not know how many children Adam and Eve had, but from what we are told, we may be sure that they had lots and lots of them. And what bright and beautiful children they must have been, offspring of these two majestic beings formed by the Creator Himself. How the hills and valleys rang with their happy laughter as they romped together in the fields and woods and played with their animal friends. Of all their children, we know the names of only 3 boys. Of course, they must have had girls in their family too, but we can't find any of their names in the Bible. The name of their first baby, the first ever born on this earth, was Cain. It's no wonder we know that name, for first babies are always so very important, aren't they? How Adam and Eve loved this little boy. How they must have counted his fingers and toes. How they marveled at the beauty of his eyes, his nose, his ears, his mouth, time and time again. Just as all fathers and mothers have admired their first babies ever since. I feel sure that the Son of God took many a tender look at the little soft bundle of loveliness in Eve's arms. He knew that someday he would come to live among the children of Adam and Eve in just the same way. Little Cain must have been a great comfort to the sad hearts of his parents. The very joy of looking at him, playing with him, and loving him must have helped them forget their sorrows. They thought of the day when he would grow up to be a fine boy, a young man, just like his noble father. What wonderful dreams, what great hopes for the future they must have cherished in their hearts for this firstborn son. But their dreams never came true. Instead, this dear, dear treasure, this joy of their hearts, gave them their greatest sorrow. They thought they had paid the price of sin when God had driven them from the Garden of Eden, but they had only begun to pay it. Soon, all too soon, they were to see what sin can do in a child's life, what it can do to a child's home, what it can do to the parents' hearts. Oh, sad, sad story. This beautiful baby, this perfect child, firstborn of the world's first man and woman, became the first murderer. That ends today's story, and I hate that it ends with the word murderer. That is what happened, though. So we will come back tomorrow, and we'll hear about more of Cain. And I hope you enjoyed the story. God bless.